The vast Australian outback lay under a blanket of stars, the night still and quiet, save for the soft hum of the observatory's instruments. Ethan Lawson, a dedicated astrophysicist, stared intently at the data streaming across his computer screen. Tonight's readings were unlike anything he'd ever seen. Strange, erratic signals emanating from deep space. His curiosity piqued. He adjusted the telescope, hoping for clarity. Ethan had always been drawn to the mysteries of the universe. His work at the remote observatory was both a job and a passion, a way to explore the cosmos from the safety of Earth. Yet tonight, something felt different. The signals were too structured, too deliberate to be random space noise. Picking up his phone, Ethan dialed a number he seldom used. "Dr. Lin, it's Ethan. I need you to take a look at something." Within minutes, his colleague and old friend, Dr. Mei Lin, appeared on the screen. Mei was a leading scientist at Earth's Defense Command, a clandestine organization tasked with protecting humanity from extraterrestrial threats. Her face, usually calm and composed, tensed as Ethan shared his findings. "These readings," she muttered, her eyes narrowing. "They match the signatures we've been monitoring." "Ethan, this could be serious." As they spoke, alarms blared in the hidden underground bunker of Earth's Defense Command, located deep beneath the Nevada desert. General Marcus Roberts, a stoic and seasoned military leader, strode into the control room, his presence commanding immediate attention. "Status report," he barked. "Sir, we've detected an alien mothership entering our solar system," an officer responded. "It's enormous, unlike anything we've encountered before." General Roberts turned to Mei, who had just joined him in the control room, her face displayed on a large monitor. "Dr. Lin, your assessment?" "The data is clear, General. This mothership poses a significant threat. We need to act quickly." Back in the outback, Ethan watched the exchange through his laptop, feeling a mix of dread and excitement. This was no ordinary discovery. Earth's hidden defense systems, dormant for decades, were now activating, their immense power ready to be unleashed. "Ethan," General Roberts said, his voice cutting through the tension, "we need you here. Your expertise is crucial." Within hours, a sleek black helicopter landed near the observatory, whisking Ethan away to the Defense Command's headquarters. The journey was a blur, and before he knew it, he was standing in a high-tech briefing room, surrounded by some of the world's most brilliant minds. General Roberts began the briefing. "Ladies and gentlemen, we face an unprecedented situation. This alien mothership has entered our solar system and is heading towards Earth. Our hidden defense systems have been activated, but we need more information about this threat." Ethan took a deep breath, stepping forward. "Based on the signals we've detected, the mothership is emitting complex patterns that suggest advanced technology. We need to analyze these patterns to understand their capabilities and intentions." Mei nodded in agreement. "Ethan and I will work together to decode these signals. Our first task is to determine if they are hostile." The room buzzed with activity as plans were set into motion. Earth's Defense Command, a shadowy guardian of the planet, was now fully mobilized. Hidden weapons, advanced satellites, and ground-based systems powered up, ready to defend against the alien intruders. As Ethan delved into the data with Mei, he couldn't help but feel the weight of the situation. This was no longer a theoretical exercise. Humanity's survival could depend on their work. Hours turned into days as they analyzed the alien signals, each discovery bringing both answers and more questions. Then a breakthrough. Ethan and Mei discovered a pattern within the signals, a sequence that seemed to control the mothership's movements. With this knowledge, they could potentially disrupt the aliens' control systems. "General Roberts," Ethan said, bursting into the command room, "we found a way to interfere with the mothership's control. It relies on a central power core that can be disrupted by specific frequencies." Robert's eyes gleamed with a mixture of hope and determination. "Excellent work, Lawson. We'll prepare a strike team to infiltrate the mothership and disable the core. Your expertise will be vital in guiding them." Ethan's heart raced. He had gone from a quiet life of stargazing to the forefront of humanity's defense. The journey ahead would be perilous, but he felt a renewed sense of purpose. The underground headquarters of Earth's Defense Command hummed with a sense of urgency and purpose. Ethan Lawson stood in awe as he surveyed the high-tech control center. The vast array of screens displaying live feeds from satellites, radars, and other surveillance systems tracking the alien mothership. General Marcus Roberts, ever the composed leader, approached Ethan with a firm handshake. "Welcome, Lawson. Your expertise is now critical to our operations." Ethan nodded, still processing the rapid turn his life had taken. "Thank you, General. I'm ready to help in any way I can." General Roberts motioned for Ethan to follow him. They walked briskly through the corridors, passing by teams of scientists and military personnel working in unison. "We have state-of-the-art technology here, but it's your knowledge and insights that will give us an edge," Roberts said, leading Ethan into a large briefing room where Dr. Mei Lin and several key officers awaited. "Ethan, let's dive straight into it," Mei began, her tone serious. "The mothership's patterns suggest it's gathering data, possibly preparing for an invasion. We need to decode these signals quickly to understand their next move." Ethan settled into his seat, pulling out his laptop. "I've been working on a decryption algorithm. It's not perfect, but it's our best shot at decoding their communication." As Ethan and Mei delved into the analysis, the atmosphere in the room grew tense. The clock was ticking, and the weight of their task pressed heavily on their shoulders. General Roberts periodically checked in, his presence a constant reminder of the stakes involved. Hours turned into an intense blur of calculations and code. Mei's sharp intellect and Ethan's innovative thinking began to yield results. They discovered a pattern in the signals, indicating that the mothership was coordinating with smaller, scout vessels. "This changes everything," Mei said, her eyes widening with realization. "If we can intercept and disrupt their communication, we might prevent a coordinated attack." Ethan looked up from his screen, the flicker of a smile crossing his face. "We can use our satellites to send countersignals, jamming their frequencies." General Roberts, who had been observing their progress, stepped forward. "Then that's our plan. Prepare the satellites for immediate action." As the command center buzzed with preparations, Ethan took a moment to reflect. His life had always been about seeking knowledge, but now it was about using that knowledge to protect humanity. It was a daunting yet invigorating responsibility. The launch room, with its rows of advanced consoles and monitoring systems, was a hive of activity. Ethan and Mei worked side by side, synchronizing their efforts with the satellite control team. The plan was complex, requiring precise timing and coordination. Finally, the moment arrived. General Roberts gave the order, and the satellites began broadcasting the countersignals. The room fell silent as everyone watched the monitors, waiting to see the impact on the alien vessels. "Signal interference detected," one of the technicians reported. "Their communications are disrupted." A wave of relief washed over the team, but it was short-lived. The alien mothership responded quickly, adjusting its frequencies. The scouts, though momentarily disoriented, resumed their formation. "Damn it," Ethan muttered. "They're more advanced than we anticipated." Mei frowned, her mind racing. "We need a more direct approach. The mothership's core is still vulnerable. If we can infiltrate and disable it, we can neutralize their entire operation." General Roberts turned to Captain Blake, a seasoned soldier known for his strategic brilliance and bravery. "Captain, assemble a strike team. Ethan, you'll guide them using your expertise on the mothership systems." Captain Blake nodded, his expression resolute. "We'll be ready, sir." Ethan felt a mix of apprehension and determination. He had never been in a combat situation, but his knowledge was vital to the mission's success. As they prepared for the infiltration, he and Captain Blake reviewed the schematics and devised a plan to navigate the alien ship's labyrinthine structure. The tension in the air was palpable as the team suited up. Ethan's heart pounded as they boarded the stealth craft, designed to evade alien detection. The journey to the mothership was fraught with danger, every moment filled with uncertainty. As they approached the mothership, the craft's cloaking device held, allowing them to dock undetected. The interior of the alien vessel was a maze of biomechanical corridors, pulsating with an eerie, otherworldly glow. Captain Blake led the team with precision, his military training evident in every move. Ethan, despite his nerves, found himself driven by a singular focus, disabling the mothership's core. They moved swiftly, encountering minimal resistance, but the air was thick with tension. Finally, they reached the core chamber, a vast, pulsating heart of alien technology. Ethan's expertise came to the forefront as he directed the team on where to plant the disruptors. Just as they were about to complete their task, an alarm blared, and alien drones swarmed into the chamber. A fierce battle ensued, with Captain Blake and his team holding off the drones, while Ethan worked frantically to activate the disruptors. In a climactic moment, Ethan succeeded, triggering a chain reaction within the core. The team made a desperate dash for their craft as the mothership began to destabilize. They barely escaped, watching from a safe distance as the mothership imploded in a brilliant explosion. Back at the command center, the news of their success was met with cheers and relief. General Roberts commended the team's bravery, but he also reminded them that this was just the beginning. Ethan, now a hero in his own right, knew the journey ahead would be fraught with challenges. But with allies like Captain Blake and May, he felt ready to face whatever came next. The sterile hum of Earth's Defense Command's underground headquarters contrasted sharply with the adrenaline-fueled atmosphere. Ethan Lawson, now a key figure in humanity's defense, worked tirelessly alongside Dr. Mei Lin, deciphering the aftermath of their recent victory against the alien mothership. "We've disrupted their communication network, but it's only a matter of time before they adapt," Mei said, her brow furrowed with concern. "We need a more permanent solution." Ethan nodded, his mind racing. "Our best chance is to infiltrate their remaining scout ships and gather more intel. We need to understand their technology to develop effective countermeasures." Captain Blake, ever the stoic warrior, joined them at the briefing table. "My team is ready for another mission. Just give us the target." Ethan appreciated Blake's unwavering confidence. It was a stark contrast to his own scientific demeanor, yet they complemented each other well. "We'll need to locate a scout ship that's isolated enough for us to approach without alerting the entire fleet." General Roberts, overseeing the preparations, provided the coordinates of a recently detected alien scout ship. "It's currently in low orbit over the Pacific. You have a narrow window to intercept it before it rendezvous with the main fleet." As the team prepared for the mission, Ethan felt the weight of their task. This wasn't just about defense anymore. It was about survival and understanding an enemy far more advanced than anything humanity had ever faced. The stealth craft cut through the night sky, its cloaking technology rendering it invisible to the alien ship sensors. Ethan, Captain Blake, and their team of elite soldiers moved with practiced precision. The craft latched onto the scout ship, and they infiltrated its interior. Inside, the alien technology was even more advanced than they had anticipated. Biomechanical walls pulsed with an eerie luminescence, casting a surreal glow on the team. Ethan's role was crucial. He needed to interface with the alien systems and extract valuable data. "Stay sharp," Captain Blake whispered, his eyes scanning the corridor ahead. "We don't know what kind of defenses they have." Ethan accessed a console, his fingers flying over the unfamiliar symbols. The interface was unlike anything he had ever seen, but his understanding of patterns and systems allowed him to navigate it. He began downloading data, each passing second feeling like an eternity. Suddenly, a series of alarms echoed through the ship. The aliens were alerted to their presence. Drones emerged from hidden compartments, converging on the team's location. Captain Blake and his soldiers sprang into action, their training evident in every precise movement. "Ethan, how much longer?" Blake shouted over the din of battle. "Almost there," Ethan replied, his voice strained. The download was nearly complete, but the situation was deteriorating rapidly. Just as the last bit of data transferred, a particularly fierce alien drone lunged at Ethan. Blake intercepted it, taking a hit to his arm but saving Ethan in the process. "We need to move now." With the data secured, the team fought their way back to the stealth craft. Ethan's heart pounded as they narrowly escaped the scout ship, which began to self-destruct, likely a failsafe to prevent their technology from falling into enemy hands. Back at headquarters, Ethan and May quickly analyzed the new data. The insights were profound, revealing not only the aliens' technological capabilities, but also their strategic plans. "They're preparing for a larger invasion," May said, her voice heavy with urgency. "This is just the beginning." General Roberts, ever the comm strategist, addressed the team. "We now have the intel to develop a more effective defense. But we need to act fast. Their main fleet isn't far behind." The gravity of their situation was palpable. Ethan felt a mix of exhaustion and exhilaration. They had gained valuable knowledge, but the true battle was only just beginning. "We need to find a way to turn their technology against them," Ethan suggested. "If we can hack into their systems, we might be able to disrupt their entire operation." Captain Blake, his arm now bandaged, nodded in agreement. "We've seen what they can do. Now it's time to use that against them." As the team prepared for the next phase of their defense, Ethan couldn't help but feel a renewed sense of purpose. They were no longer just reacting. They were strategizing, taking the fight to the enemy. The chapter concluded with the team standing united, their resolve unshaken despite the immense challenges ahead. Ethan's mind buzzed with possibilities, each one a potential key to turning the tide of the invasion. The stakes were higher than ever, but so was their determination. The atmosphere in Earth's Defense Command headquarters was electric with tension. Every screen displayed the looming alien fleet, an armada of unparalleled scale. Ethan Lawson, now a pivotal figure in the defense effort, stood beside Dr. Mei Lin, poring over the data they had extracted from the scout ship. "Ethan, we need a plan," Mei said, her voice steady despite the urgency. "Their main fleet will be within striking distance in less than 12 hours. Ethan's mind raced, connecting dots and analyzing patterns. "If we can infiltrate one of their larger vessels, we could deploy a virus to disrupt their systems," he suggested. "It's risky, but it might be our best shot." General Marcus Roberts, a pillar of resolve, joined them. "Do whatever you need to, Lawson. The fate of Earth rests on this mission." Captain Blake, his arm still in a sling from the previous mission, approached with his characteristic stoicism. "My team is ready. We'll get you to the target." Ethan appreciated Blake's unyielding confidence. Their partnership, forged in the fires of conflict, had become one of mutual respect and reliance. "We'll need a diversion to draw their attention away from our infiltration point," Ethan noted. Blake nodded, formulating a strategy with his seasoned soldiers. "We'll create enough chaos to give you a window. Just make sure that virus works." As preparations intensified, Ethan and May refined the virus, a sophisticated piece of code designed to exploit the aliens' communication networks. This should create a feedback loop, disrupting their entire command structure, May explained, her fingers deftly coding the final parameters. The mission's execution required perfect synchronization. The team boarded their stealth craft, nerves steeled for the monumental task ahead. As they neared the alien fleet, Earth's Defense Command launched a series of decoy attacks, drawing the attention of the enemy ships. The stealth craft slipped through the chaos, heading straight for a massive alien carrier. Ethan's heart pounded in his chest, each moment stretching into an eternity. Blake's team moved with precision, securing the entry point and clearing the way for Ethan and May. Inside the carrier, the environment was even more alien and foreboding than before. The walls pulsated with an eerie biomechanical rhythm, and the air was thick with an otherworldly hum. Blake and his soldiers maintained a defensive perimeter as Ethan and May accessed a central terminal. "Time to see if this works," Ethan murmured, injecting the virus into the system. The terminal flashed with rapid sequences of alien code, the virus beginning its insidious work. Suddenly, the carrier's alarms blared, and alien drones converged on their position. "We've been compromised," Blake shouted, his team engaging the drones in a fierce firefight. Ethan and May worked furiously, monitoring the virus's progress. "It's spreading, but we need more time," May said, her voice taut with concentration. The battle intensified, the confined space amplifying every explosion and shot. Ethan's hands flew over the terminal, adjusting the virus to accelerate its spread. He could feel the weight of the world pressing down on him, every second critical. Just as the situation seemed untenable, the virus completed its cycle. The alien systems began to fail, lights flickering and drones malfunctioning. "We did it!" Ethan exclaimed, a surge of triumph flooding through him. Blake's team quickly regrouped, extracting Ethan and May as the carrier descended into chaos. They made a daring escape, the stealth craft darting away just as the alien ship began to implode from the internal disruption. Back at headquarters, the impact of their success was immediate. The alien fleet, now leaderless and disorganized, faltered in its advance. General Roberts addressed the command center, his voice filled with newfound hope. "We've crippled their command structure. Now is our chance to strike back and drive them out of our solar system." Ethan, exhausted but exhilarated, joined May and Blake in the control room. They watched as Earth's forces launched a coordinated counterattack, exploiting the disarray within the alien ranks. Ships that had once seemed invincible now fell, one by one, to the combined might of humanity's defense. The battle was fierce, but the tide had turned. Earth's Defense Command pressed the advantage, pushing the alien fleet to the brink of retreat. The final push saw the destruction of several key alien vessels, signaling a decisive victory. As the dust settled, Ethan found a moment to reflect. They had faced insurmountable odds and emerged victorious, but the cost had been high. The fight for survival had forged bonds and revealed the indomitable spirit of humanity. In the aftermath, General Roberts gathered the core team. "We've won a significant battle today, but the war is far from over. We must remain vigilant and prepared for whatever comes next." Ethan, May, and Blake nodded in unison, their resolve unshaken. They had proven their mettle and knew the challenges ahead would be no less daunting. But with their combined strength and determination, they were ready to face the future. The chapter ended with the team standing on the command center's observation deck, watching the remnants of the alien fleet retreat into the void. The mini-climax provided a moment of respite and triumph, yet the lingering threat of future encounters kept the anticipation high, ensuring readers would eagerly await the next installment.